Hey. Hey everyone, this is Blazing Lasers, aka Gunhead. I'm actually playing on the PC Engine Duo, recapped and ready to go. Hopefully everything's sounding cool, because the audio is different than on the NES, and it was just only showing in mono, but we should be good. I'm so glad that Toad is here. We're breaking out the turbo. Yeah, I'm not using turbo. So that this is, by the way, this is like one of the greatest controllers ever made, except for the fact that this thing peeling up. Whatever. But this controller is super comfy. I'm not actually using the turbo feature on here, because you don't need to. You just hold down a button and shoot. I think I started saying this. I'm glad Toad is here. You know what was in my head the other day? I went to the gas station. I don't know why. But a groovy tune was in my head. And I only heard it once. And now you're here. 2 days later. Okay. This game rules. Let's enjoy. So this game does have an announcer, unlike Abadox, so it's like objectively better. This is also a compile game, and I'm sure, I'll be honest, I didn't have the sound on for Telio's run because I was busy getting set up and had to go and do some stuff, make sure all my setup was good and everything. So I'm sure Telio went deep into, you know, the compile shmups and the love for that particular developer, because holy crap. But when you get into shmups later in life, you don't grow up with them. It's like just this treasure trove of amazing stuff. So yeah, this is a compile game, and as you can see with this laser here, does this not look very familiar to the Super Alesta laser? I mean, you know, compile definitely likes making wacky laser weapons. That is one of their trademarks. Have you ever played? Musha is another one. All the like straight Alesta games. Hold on. I don't know what that DM says. I can't see it in real time. I got a DM. I got it. Let's try to check this without dying. Alright. Oh, I didn't need to check that. I don't think. Yeah, awesome. Great. Good job out of me. Don't mind me, everyone. I'm just out of practice. Alright. Anyway. Yeah, this is Blazing Lasers. This game rules. But it's long. Which I don't know how frequent that is for compile shmups. Musha is definitely not quite as long. I can't say definitely. You know, I've never beaten Musha. It's like a black mark on my history as a shmuppist. I feel like too with compile lasers that the more you upgrade them, not the worse that they get, but like they don't necessarily get linearly better. Like this is objectively worse than the previous level because now there's these gaps in the laser. But then we're gonna get the next upgrade where it... Remember, okay, has everybody seen the first Resident Evil movie? And you know that corridor where they start shooting lasers at the people, like all the STARS members, and eventually gets more and more intricate until it just like basically becomes a wall of lasers with very thin, and it kind of chops the guy up into little itty bitty chunks of stars. That's kind of what the laser turns into here at the next upgrade. I was not expecting to talk about the movie Resident Evil today, but that's just some of the fun of live streaming. Ain't nothing like it. Alright, here we go. Yeah, so here we go. This is the final form of the laser. I'm gonna switch to the shield here as we approach. Okay, so again we have this this cool feature where, you know what, I think I can let that get to the bottom of the screen. So if you attack the cycling item enough, or if you let it get to the bottom of the screen, it will change into a glowing ball, and that will give me an instant respawn. Those are invaluable in this game. Holy moly. We absolutely need them for the late stages of this game. There's a stage, I think it's the last stage of the game. It's a boss rush. And boy, does the difficulty get insane. The difficulty ramp in this game is really wild. So, you know, again, we'll do our best. I already have one no miss under my belt, so I feel like this is all gravy, but this takes a lot longer, so... theoretically, this can go way more off the rails than Abadox. That shouldn't happen, but I make no guarantees. You know, in my heavy preparation, I also completed one run of this. Unlike with Abadox, it was like a month and a half ago. It was whenever submissions opened. I did a run. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. I can play this game. that was it for me. So, you know, whatever. Make the most out of it. Okay. And now we're gonna kill this, and hopefully we're gonna get this thing before time runs out. This is a nasty piece of business. Watch, we're not even gonna be able to collect this. Yes! Okay! Awesome. It is some nasty stuff that they do, where they put that respawn right as the stage is about to time out. Like, hey! Why didn't you get the respawn, buddy? Ah! Well, we got it though, so we have two of them. We want to just stack as many of those up as we can. The next stage might put a cramp in that, but, you know, we'll worry about the next stage and the next stage. I can't remember this game is, yeah, this game is 9 stages, 10 stages, 11 stages, whatever. We'll all find out together. Most of you probably already know the answer to that. Oh, you know what? I should have gotten multi-body because I don't have anything right now. I like to have shield, especially for you know, more marathon runs. Multi-body is also great. You can have 2 multi-bodies. Homing missiles are kind of actually decent in this game. They're definitely a little bit lesser. There's Field Thunder as well, which changes how your weapon works. For the laser, it basically makes it a homing laser, which is like 80% of the time awesome and OP, and then the other 20% of the time will get you killed. So consequently, I just try to avoid it. But this is, you know, this is kind of the setup I go with primarily. Shield whenever possible, multi-body if not. If you die, just get what you can. You know. But because you can respawn instantly, the deaths aren't quite as nasty as in your Gradius games, Abadox, who you just saw. Not that you saw me die, because that was some expert level play. But we're gonna let that come down off the top of the screen a little bit, just in case. But you see, it kind of gets stuck there for a little while. The reason I don't want it at the top of the screen is if I were to activate it right now. Okay, now it's better. If I were to activate it by accident, it would probably go off screen before I could collect it, and that would make me sad. You know, I would be sad. It's a Friday. It'll be Saturday here before too long. I just want to be happy, you know. I want to have a cool run. We all chill, relax, enjoy the tunes, enjoy the announcer. The announcer's pretty good in this game. You know, you can sort of make out what it says. Not as bad as Thunder Force 4 or Lightning Force, if you are a weirdo. Or just American, I guess. But it's also not as crystal clear as, like, Gradius announcers. Gradius 2 and 3, I guess. Alright, we have a sub-boss here. I think this is the sub-boss. I don't think we're at the... Maybe we are. No. I could be using some bombs here. It would speed things up a little bit, but bombs really become a little bit more useful at some specific bosses. That was a mid-boss. Kind of later in the game, especially if you're underpowered with some of your, yeah, after taking some deaths. Good to have those bombs in reserve, and we'll keep stacking them for a while. So they're kind of, it's kind of like adding whipped cream onto a sundae, or onto ice cream. Like, yeah, you might like it. I'm not the biggest whipped cream fan. It's nice, it's tasty. I can totally go without it though. I don't know where I'm going with that comparison, because later on I definitely want some whipped cream. By which I mean bombs. I've belabored this metaphor. Well, let's move on. So, item 4 there, that's the ring blaster. And that's a weapon that I really want to be better than it actually is. After I did my one run through of this game, I started messing around with some of the different sub-weapons and weapon combinations just to see if I liked anything better. And the short answer is no. But I feel like if you have maxed out ring blaster and homing missiles, you might have something going there. The cool thing about ring blaster is it kind of functions as a shield, but it's not like that shield in Abadox, where it's very reliable until it goes away. And it's somewhat less reliable than it looks like it would be, because it gets going pretty fast. You get a couple, like 3 of them rotating around you at a pretty good clip. You're thinking, oh, I'm pretty invulnerable here. I can kind of tank a lot of stuff. It doesn't really work out that way. At least not in my very limited experience giving that a shot, so. See, this is one where we can use a bomb, actually. We're just gonna kite that off the screen. And then maybe we can use our laser that's kind of coming out the side of our ship and make things nice and safe and nice. I really should be using bomb for this, in all honesty. This is pretty slow. There we go. Cool thing about those purple pickups, I don't know what they're exactly called, but if you get so many of them, I don't know what that number is, it will upgrade your current weapon. It's called 8. Okay, yeah, Area 3. So, like, this stage isn't difficult, but it can be a jerk. So we're gonna try to unjerkify this stage. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore the respawn and let it switch over on its own and then collect it. I don't want to collect it by accident, and I got a lot of stuff coming up in front of me. We're just gonna focus on what's ahead. There will be many respawns that happen over the course of this stage, or many opportunities for respawns anyway. Hopefully I won't be burning them as I'm collecting them. But again, sometimes it goes that way. You see that one right there? Ugh. You can kill these things. Sorry about the ear-piercing noise. Okay, at some point this is going to turn over here real quick. There we go. Alright, that's 2 that we picked up. We're still loving life. Not out of the woods yet, though. Not till we get to the boss. There's only one boss in this stage. No sub-boss, just the final, not the final boss. They're very obviously not the final boss, but the boss of this stage. The difficulty comes from the little projectiles being similarly colored to all of these purple pickups. So it can be very easy to get confused. Crap! Okay, it's not the end of the world. Okay. I got nothing. I don't know what the game wanted me to do there. Oh boy. Probably not worth it to not take a weapon upgrade under this exact circumstance, but I told you I want those respawns, and I just burned one. I burned two now! I feel like most everyone will agree with this. I really hate when enemies in games can just run into you, and the enemies are like, whatever, I don't die. Sucks to be you, video game player. I mean, I can't complain about it in a shmup, I realize this. Except it turns out I can totally complain about it in a shmup. Okay, so remember earlier when I was like, hey, it's probably for the best if I keep my bombs? Well, you will notice we're not exactly at the most powered up level in the history of the world. We can do something like that. This boss is really, really simple. It's just gonna keep shooting little spiders at me. I can just kind of speed things back up now since I'm underpowered here. Eventually, you know, if we do a bad job of clearing this stuff out, it starts to shoot these spiders a little bit more quickly. There we go. Eventually, the screen can get very overrun with spiders. We don't want that. So, we use 4 bombs. And now the stage is over. So we'll have an opportunity to get some weapons back. It ain't no big deal. Like, that's not catastrophic. They can do that on that stage. We're not at any real negative area. This stage is basically a bunch of power-ups. And now we can show off some of the other power-ups in the meantime. The Deflector Ray is pretty cool. It's just not as powerful as the laser. And you know, I've never, like, certainly concluded whether or not this is true, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, some shmups you have, some video game, this is like just a general video game thing, you have some enemies that are weaker to some weapons compared to others. And I don't think that's the case in this. I think the laser is just pretty standard, a better weapon in almost every case. There's some times where some of the weapons cover a little bit better area, so it can be a little bit more reliable to get a kill, but you're not really doing more damage, you're just doing more consistent damage. Putting the shot on target a little bit easier. Laser just feels like it does the most damage, so I go with that. We have the multi-body here, because the shield is not currently available. Totally fine. Oh. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, well, we used 2 to get 1, so that's a good exchange rate, right? I think we have 2 respawns currently, which is suboptimal. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with these brains right now. I'm just gonna keep melting into this chair as I struggle mightily. I do not know how many respawns we have left. 2 or 1. Not great. I'm dying on stages. Well, this stage. I died twice on this stage. The number of times you normally die on this stage is somewhere between 0 and 0. So 2 would be considered a lot. Okay. Oh, also the nice thing is they kind of function as bombs. Okay. This next stage is gonna be brutal. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. We've kind of missed our window to properly power up. That's not accurate. We didn't miss our window. I tried to jump through the window while it was closed, and now there's broken glass everywhere. And I'm bleeding to death. But I'm still alive for the moment, so you know, who knows what could happen? We'll see. Maybe it'll be an epic comeback. Maybe it'll be an epic fail. Either way, it's gonna be epic. That's a thing people still say in 2025. Hey, it's not just the games that are retro, so are the jokes. No such thing as old jokes, just new audiences. Nope, I don't want that. I don't want any of this. I don't want this stage. You know what? This is probably as good as it's gonna get. This laser setup right here. If I can get shield, excellent. There will be a shield at some point. Barring that, missile's probably my best choice. Better than multi-body, I would say. At some point, I'm gonna upgrade my laser just by, like, I'm gonna regret this. Oh, man, yep. Remember when I said, like, I was kind of in the best situation, then I immediately switched off of that? You feel free to mock me when this all goes sideways in about, you know, 15 seconds. You'll know when it's gonna go sideways. Like, you'll see. Like, right now, like, this ain't no big deal, enemy. Stop whining. Don't worry. You'll see. Okay, well. Hanging in there for the moment. But this is not the part that's difficult yet. At all. At all, at all, at all. We have yet to get there. Uh-huh. Yeah, not great. I need one more upgrade at least. Okay. Not good. Not good, not... Oh, wow. If we make it through this stage under the current circumstances, I will be stunned.
Multi-body.
We haven't even gotten to the Moai heads yet. Should have got that. I forgot that I don't have the laser currently. Okay, yes, shield is good. No, so immediately get rid of it! No, homing missile is better than multi-body in this circumstance. Okay. No, field thunder, easy for me to say, no good. Not like this. Upgraded homing missile. I think they don't really upgrade. I think we just have homing missile. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 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 I have one life left. I mean, forget continue, or forget, like, respawns. I have no lives. I should probably take a game over after this stage. Oh, no. Do these things explode? Okay. See, I was expecting it to close up much sooner, which is why I did not fire those bombs. Might as well use all the bombs right now. Just gotta make it through this stage. At the moment. Okay. Is that boss? Is that it? Apparently. Okay, we got an extra life. Or whatever good that does. How y'all doing? Oh no! Okay. This is where having Field Thunder on the laser can actually be good, so that's fine. We'll get feet. We don't want 4 here. Nope, let that go. That's garbage. We'll take multi-body. That kind of doesn't matter. Take homing missile too. If we get a shield, also excellent. That keeps me from dying. Okay. So this is pretty much the most useful that Field Thunder with laser can be. Ah, beautiful. It will stop being effective in a little while, but we ain't there yet. Basically, if there's multiple targets that aren't kind of in line with each other, it don't work so good. Okay, yeah, stack those respawns. Okay, and then we take a shield. All right. Nope, keep the shield. That's fine. Reset that shield, baby. Let's go. Okay, I didn't get any kills on that. Whatever. This is kind of like Galaga, I guess. Ooh. Okay, I got an extra life, which obviously I need desperately. Okay. Let's stick with the shield. My shield's not running out yet. Awesome. Nope. Okay. We need 2 more upgrades for max laser here. And this is kind of a dangerous situation to find ourselves in with this current laser, in all honesty. Given the situation with these enemies. Okay. This is an even worse situation with this laser, for what are probably obvious reasons. Okay. Oh, yes, we got the shield. Okay. I thought I was gonna miss it. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. And now we have max laser again. Okay, we have max laser, we have a shield, we have 9 bombs, we have 3 lives, and we have way more respawns than we have lives. Which I guess is okay. You know, sort of. You do start getting multiple extra lives after some of the stages. I don't know if this is one of them. This is a stage where it's nice to have bombs. Not yet. Not yet, though. I don't think I did very much. 6 bombs, but we got through unscathed. Let's see how many extra lives we get. 1. Oon. Who's Oon? Hey, Yells! How long ago was that? Oh, only 4 minutes. That's not terrible. Okay, my shield is running out now, but we made it through that stage, so can't complain. We're about in as good a situation as we can be with the respawns under the circumstances. I'd like to have closer to 10 lives right now than 5, but I messed around. Played like doo-doo. Alright, we got a sub-boss straight away. I have sort of kind of a halfway shield right now, as you can see by my the blue field around my ship. That comes with stacking your weapon up. Kind of, you know, you can take a non-killing blow and it will degrade your weapon, but not kill you. And so that's kind of what we're doing. Now I have the shield, so I'm better. Now I have the shield again. That doesn't give me any extra shield. It just resets the shield timer. Shield's on timer and on a damage limit, so eventually it will just run out if you're not taking damage, unfortunately. But it's a pretty generous timer. You know, it's not like, okay, here's 5 seconds of shield. Oh man, we got 2 active respawns on the screen. That, okay. I need that one to start coming down the screen. It's a little bit high up for my taste. I can't do anything with those. They're all stacked on top of each other. I'm gonna pick one up by accident and get the wrong thing. Okay, kill. Anytime. There we go. So those little chimes, those little high-pitched chimes, those are me taking hits on my shield. But we just picked up another shield, so, you know, no sweat. Oh yeah, you can't kill this one. Just shoot the missiles. Come here. Oh, come here! Oh, just got it. You know what? I just realized. You're probably like, Enemy, you said that Field Thunder is... That F thing, that was Field Thunder. That's not true. This laser that I keep using is the Field Thunder. So all of this stuff I said before about Field Thunder this and Field Thunder that, I was mistaking the different weapons. I forget what the F is. But it's basically a weapon modifier, and for laser it gives you that homing quality. For your normal... Oh, which I just picked up apparently. Alright, so let's see that work on this sub-boss. Not my intention, folks, but you know, I guess... I just really needed to showcase that weapon to you. So it can kind of be good. 4 different sub-weapons, it gives you different options. Your ring blaster, it will start shooting it forward, so it kind of has a double projectile situation. It not only works right in front of you, but also is shot forward. For your normal gun, it becomes kind of a, yeah, there you go, a rocket. Again, not trying to do this intentionally. I put myself in a bad situation. But that's kind of the story of this run. And then, I don't know what it does for the, I don't know, the triangle, the number 2 item. Okay. Yes, please. Shield. Okay. Oh. I can't do it, but I really want to. Nasty. I know. I can't help it, okay? There we are. Is this the tank? No. Oh, yes. Yes, it is. Okay. So I have a shield. The parts that you can damage here are pretty slight. And my shield is pretty large, so this is not going to last long, unfortunately, for me. Also, I'm taking quite a lot of damage. Okay. And now my shield is good. Good news is, though, only one more laser attack is happening right now, and I almost ran right into it. Okay. The good news is this is not terribly difficult from this point forward. The bad news is it's just going to take a little bit of time. There's a Jimmy Eat World song about that. You might be saying, hey, how come you're not using bombs? And the answer to that wonderful question is it's just a little bit of a tight window to time those bombs. So I prefer to just take this slow because it is simple. And now, obviously, now we're able to do a little bit more consistent damage, and we won. Okay. Roby, just you wait. We haven't gotten to the hectic stage yet. Oh, hey, I heard you guys like bubbles. So, who here's watched the Orville? Show of hands. Or, I just guess put something in chat. There's this great episode of Orville. I mean, there's a lot of great episodes of Orville, but in particular, there's one where they enter a dark matter field, and it's just a ton of bubbles. And I feel like that makes sense out of so many video games. With the whole Unleash the Bubbles trope. Okay, we'll take multi-body at the moment. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Some of the bubbles you can't kill. That was not me thinking I could kill that bubble, that was me not realizing that bubble was there. And dying over stupidity. But, on the plus side, I have a laser now. We want to make sure we get a shield as we go here. And ideally, get this laser upgrade, of course. Anyway, if you haven't watched the Orville and you like Star Trek, you should watch the Orville. That would be my suggestion. Jeez. Okay. I can't see anything right now. Or more accurately, like everything is on top of each other. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's like, oh my god, it's like this purple stuff doesn't exist. Not that I'm colorblind or anything, I just like... I'm just being dumb. In all honesty. I'm just not playing well. And I'm underpowered now, but mostly it's the plain dumb part. Okay. Well, we're through at least that particular portion. I just don't have enough firepower to clear this stuff out right now. That's the real challenge I'm dealing with. So if I get jammed up, I mean, that's a wrap. Oh, I'm on my last life, too. Awesome. Kinda wish I hadn't realized that. Although I guess I would have realized it before too long, with how this is going. Oh boy, my shield's running out. Just in time for this stage to actually become challenging. I'll take it. I'll take whatever I can get at this exact moment. I may regret this later, but I think I need to take the weapon. Nope, I can't get that. I cannot collect that. If I collected that, I would have been dead. Okay. See, now at least I can kill some of these bubbles. Oh, not these, though. Those are invulnerable purples. There's gonna be tardigrades, I guess is what they are, later on that are shooting some bubbles at me. And also tears in the fabric of space-time, I guess, that shoot bubbles. I don't know, man. Video games are weird and cool. I don't know all the specifics. Okay. Go. Ugh. All right. I was ready for it that time. Nope. I just realized something bad that I don't want to mention at this exact moment. We'll worry about it if we get a chance to worry about it. Okay. God bless. I need at least 5 more lives. Okay. I'm alright. Sorry about the sound effects. I can see how those would really bother someone. I like, kind of like how grating it sounds. Is that weird? It's not like annoying grating. Or it's the right kind of annoying, I guess? I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Oh boy. I forgot about this part. Which, by the way, is gonna be worse here soon. Okay. Okay, form 2. Ugh. You can only hit him when his mouth is open, which also means bombing, not a super viable option. I mean, you can do it, but you have to be perfect on your timing. I'm about to lose my shield here. Hey! Please die. Thank you. Alright, give me like 5 lives. Give me 2 lives. I'm gonna do what I can for y'all. This whole run has been a mess. But we'll see. I believe this is the last stage. Second to last stage? I forget. We don't really need, what do you call it? respawns at this point because we only have 3 lives. And I have more than 3 respawns. Shield. If I can get shield every single time it's an option, and sometimes that it's not an option, we might be good. Okay, we're in the boss rush stage here. But God, does this stage get nasty. Like, You know what I'm thinking. It's what all the head shaking is about. Okay, we have 4 lives now, though. So, we're moving in the right direction, but a lot of potential deaths coming up. Like, on a good day. So, you know. Yeah, I need a shield back. I'll take it for the moment. This stage is still not the devastating part. We're getting there. Took a hit? When? Or, I mean, like, I heard it, but... Okay. Can you not? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's fine. Because we're gonna die a whole bunch right now. As you can see. Well, as you can probably intuit anyway. If not actually see. 3, yep, fine. I have shield? Who cares? Shut up. Again, still, by no means are we out of the woods. Can we not? Okay, fine. Fine. Who cares? I know, I see the shield running out, I know. Doing the best I can. Okay, shield is gone. Okay. I forget if this is the part where everything clamps down on top of you and you can't escape it, or if this is the part where all of the space junk comes out. No. Oh boy. Oh, it's the clamp. Okay. See, here's what happens now. I don't have any restarts, so deaths... I mean, look, I'll continue, and then we'll see that I start right over as soon as I die. Oh yeah, I start at the beginning of the stage too, so I have to do all of the refights again. Yeah. This is what we're going to be calling a dead run. But, you know, just for the sake of humoring y'all. Ugh. I didn't even get a single pickup there? Okay. I didn't do that on purpose. But, yeah. Alright, so, that's gonna be... I wish there was a save state or something. There's not. Sorry. It's, I think we were, like, one refight before the final boss. And the final boss is easy, too, so... I mean, not, like, Gradius easy, but... relative to that stage. Well, I hope you enjoyed up until the ultimate failure. There's a lot of failure along the way, but I like to think that that failure was fun. For you, if not for me. But if you watched that run and thought to yourself, boy, Jesus, could I do a better marathon run than that, have I got good news for you. Because coming up in October, it is the Halloween Horror Marathon. It's like the 10th annual one that we've done, something like that. It's been a while for RGLTV. So if you want to do a better job than this, and the bar's set pretty low, because I'm just that sort of guy, go to rgltv.com/events/HH2025/submission, which I think some enterprising young human will put into chat. Yeah, look at that right there. That's the one. Go to that link and sign up today to submit your horror/Halloween /spooky themed games. If I were going to play something, I would play... I was going to say some form of Castlevania, but those got to be Super Ghouls and Ghosts, maybe? Again, I mean, there's going to be a million people that submit that probably. But, like, that would be my choice. You know, come on, obviously. But yeah, submit. Think outside the box. See, here's the thing about RGLTV that you may not realize. We like to cast, like, a really interesting net for these marathons. You know, this is the marathon that brought you a block of both 3DO and CDI games. Never been done before or since. I assume. Virtual Boy block. So, you know, if you got something that's like adjacent to horror, adjacent to spooky and Halloween stuff, get it in. You got a good shot to show it off because we want to see stuff that is off the path. So get those submissions in. Thanks everyone for watching. Also, I want to shout out Anhole, Shima, Kavik, 3-2, everybody else who's helping out behind the scenes, but I know those four for sure. I've been doing a lot of heavy lifting today and leading up to this. Thank you guys so much. Not enough credit goes to the people behind the scenes for any marathon, but obviously RGLTV marathons hold a special place near and dear to my heart. So, thank you guys. We'll be back tomorrow with more core destruction. Starting with Metal Slug 2, it looks like. Oh no. Is that correct? Yeah. Metal Slug 2, it looks like, is our first run tomorrow by Bad Rito. The Metal Slug games are awesome. And then a Salamander block. Oh. Good stuff coming up. But for now, it's time to sleep. So, see you next mission, everyone, which will be in about 13 hours, 13 and a half hours, if my math is correct. Have a great night, everyone. You know, go on YouTube and look at the end of this game. You know what? I'm pretty sure I have a run of this somewhere. Go watch that. It's me, but with better video game playing ability. Anyway, have a great night, everyone. Here's Pac-Man. It doesn't, the battery's dead. Yeah.